Hello and welcome to another special Sudoku video. I I haven't uploaded in a few weeks because of vacation basically. But I found this puzzle and I really wanted to record my solve of it. I think it's I think Matt Tressel is MSDOS. MSDOS. Uh they have a YouTube channel. I forget. It starts with an M as well. I have it in one of my titles. Um Well, anyway, their puzzles are very fun, usually. Um, at least the ones I've done. And this one seemed cool, and I'm not super familiar with deconstruction. But yeah, let's just start with it. Fill the grid with 9 non-overlapping 3 by 3 square regions. So basically something like this. And then 9 of those, obviously. Um, once it contains the digits 1 to 9 once each, and no digit repeats in any row or column. Cells outside regions in the grid do not contain digits. Placement clues. A digit outside the grid n must appear in the nth cell corresponding to the clue's border. A 1 means in the first cell. Okay, so this 4 means 1, 2, 3, 4 means that's a 4. And that means that that's a 4. And that means that 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a 4. Well, okay. Well, let's read all the rules first. German whispers adjacent digits along a green line must have a difference of at least 5. All cells outside the grid containing a green line must be filled in. Other cell spaces outside the grid should remain empty. I'm having trouble assuming that that's a 9. Because I think this sorry, but I'm not super familiar with, well, English, but it's 10. 10 is a digit, right? Or is a digit by definition singular? I'm not sure. I think I have to Google that, and I don't mind. Is a digit by definition singular? Uh, what classifies a digit? Single numbers used to represent values in math. Okay, so that is a 9. Okay. So I hope that came across um, somewhat logical, but yeah, no, I was fairly sure, but I had to double check because making a mistake like that at the start is horrifying, honestly. Um, let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, okay, 2 from the end, so that's a 9. Okay, so this is what we know. Also, what we know is that, well, okay, let's think about deconstruction first, right? Because I'm gonna color. Um, if we think about deconstruction first, like that could be a region, that could be a region, that could be a region. But however we order this, right? If we move all of these fully to the right, we'll make this like orange. You can see this cell is always in the farmost right region. And it works the same if you move it down as well. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that is the general principle of deconstruction. Um, let's remove all the color. So that does mean that this is part of a region. I need to be correct here. This and this, and then we have 3 down. We have this. We have this. We have this, and then we go back to the original colors again, like this. These are part of the regions. Um, obviously, well, not obviously. This doesn't say that much yet. However, all the palindromes need to be part of regions as well. Which, okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. These two are then the same digit. I'm debating if I should start with the palindromes or with the German whisper lines. That because right, this is a 1, 2, or 3, but that just means that this is a 1, 2, or 3. If it's a 1, that is in a region. Well, okay, so one thing I notice is that what color can this specific cell be? Only the green region can reach this cell. This cell could still be orange. This is purple, forced to be purple, right? But the same logic as the green one. It makes it difficult to color the cell orange. No, it makes it impossible to color the cell orange because if it would be orange, right? Let's just draw it. You can see like this, so that's 3, and this would have to be green, and this could be purple at maximum, and you couldn't color this. So that's wrong. That this is green. Now, this has to be orange because this is the minimum it can be, but this could still be orange or purple. But we do know, okay, so I'm going to use the pen tool. We do know that these are borders because it's a 3 by 3. Right. I assume we can, yeah, we can do the same sort of in this column. This has to be red, but it doesn't work quite the same because these could be orange because the blue has no real restriction. Right. So this could either be red or not be red. Well, that's always it. Well, okay. So another simple thing. 1, 2, 3. Um, let's see. Could this yellow go like this? Because that would have to force blue to be like this. But I don't see a problem with that. And it would force purple to be at least this. And then blue goes there. And then red can take this. I think that's a problem. But it's very contingent on each other. So I'm just going to color it and show you what I mean. This goes like this. This goes like this. And this purple would force this. And then this would have to be blue. Then now this could, oh no, it could still be purple. And then orange could take all of these. And then red could be like this. See, that corner was kind of my problem. I didn't know it could reach, red could reach that, but it can. So that is not the case. Let's see. This and this have to be the same. This and this. 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 Right. Right. 5. 5 and then 5. Yeah. So these have to be the same number, so they are in different regions. But they could just be green and yellow. Yeah, they could be green and yellow. It does make it more difficult for yellow to extend like this, I think. But because now what happens now is that red can take these, orange can take this. So this is taken, and then blue can take this, and then purple can take. Well, okay, so this yellow is wrong as well. Does it have to do have to be something with the German whispers? Because right, this as we it can it could there okay, so I'm asking myself, could there ever be a 6 on this line? And I don't think Well, maybe at the end, but there cannot be a 6 here, right? Because then you would have a 1 and a 1, and these would have to both be 1s, and that would break the Sudoku. Does that mean you can't even have repeated digits on this, right? Because yeah, no, that is true. If you have a repeated digit, let's say this, I know it's not possible because of German whispers, but let's say this is another 4, that would place a 4 here, and that would clash. So no, you cannot have a repeated digit. So this is 7 or 8, and this cannot, if, well, this cannot be 6 because most of these would be 1. So that's another 1, 2, 3. That's another 7 or 8, and this is another 1, 2, or 3. And the other line must function the same, right? It must. And this cannot be a 4 or a 9. Interesting. Okay, so these also have a correspondence to each other. So this is another 7 or 8. That's another 1, 2, or 3. That's another 7 or 8. That's another 1, 2, or 3. But this 7 or 8 says that there is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. Either both of these are 8, but that would make that an 8 as well. Or it would make that a 7 and that a 7. Okay. But what I was thinking here is this cannot be a 4 or a 9. But that's very minor. I think this 7 and 8 is somewhat significant. Because if that is it would, like I said, it would make either that a 7 and that a 7, or it would make that an 8 and that an 8. Okay. All cells must be filled in. But it doesn't. Okay, so what I was thinking is if like I said, that's a 7, that would make that an 8, which would make that an 8, which would make that an 8. So either way, this is always an 8, right? Let, let's double check that. If that's a 7, that's a 7, and then that's a 7. So that couldn't be a 7 anymore, making it an 8, placing an 8 there and an 8 there. Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily make that an 8. But if that's an 8, right? If that's an 8, that could be an 8, that could be an 8, but that could still be a 7. So it doesn't make that a 7. But however you place it, that's always an 8. Yeah, that's just true. Oh, and that forces that to be a 7. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, making that a 7. Making that a 7. Well, yeah, because it cannot be an 8 there. So that's a 7. That's an 8. And then that must be a 7, and that must be an 8. So the 3 cannot go there or there, so the 3 is there. So the 3 is there. And that can both not be 3s. What an interesting interaction. 1, 2, 3, that's a 3. And 1, 2, 3, that's a 3. But we know basically nothing more now, right? I guess. Well, okay, so one of these cells, it's either this one has a number or this one has a number, but it can only belong to red. So that has to be red. And we can do the same thing with that having to be blue. Because if it's a 1, right, that's just blue. And if it's 2, that has to be blue, and the same works here with red. Wow. Okay. The I I hope I can finish this puzzle in a reasonable time, but I think I am going to finish it. I at least hope I am. Um, That does mean, well, we knew these were in different, well, this now cannot be yellow, but already kind of unlikely. Um, but this could still be yellow, right? If this works. Does that work? I don't see why not. I cannot see a reason. Okay. So this is either blue or yellow. I want to force either purple or blue down. Another thing in chaos construction is that if no, but I think I would need more to like, okay, so what I wanted to explain was if you have this kind of arrangement, not these. If you had this kind of arrangement, um, these three, uh, these nine would basically form another pair because you have the 1 to 9 here, 1 to 9 here, and then the numbers you have left are forced to shove up to here. Like it's basically I think it's called a disjoint set. You have the numbers 1 to 9 and then you remove 3 from them and you stick them somewhere else. I I don't know how to explain that properly, but I let's see. How can I explain that? I'm gonna use a color like black. Yeah. Um, let's assume these were regions. You have the three different sets of 45, right? The three different sets, 1 to 9. This, this. From those three sets, you remove two sets of 1 to 9, leaving you with one more set of 1 to 9, and that is this one. That is another general rule set, but I don't think we have enough things to play that out. I think it's going to have to be something with the other line, maybe, or placing a certain digit. Like if we want a 4 in purple and it's not this one, it's going to have to be from here, from here. But I don't see how significant that is. I just don't see it. Um, yeah, no. Uh, and I don't think it's going to be something with the short whisper lines. Maybe I can do the same. This one too is less useful because this could we're talking about this cell. This could still be red, right? Because it's yeah. If it goes like this, then it could be red. The same goes for this being able to be blue if it goes like this. Okay. So now I feel stuck. Um, okay. Every palindrome cell has to be colored and contain a digit. This now cannot be 8. Couldn't be 4. Couldn't be 6. But that's not very restricted. Not any more than, let's say, like this cell. Well, this cannot be a 1 because that would place a 1 there. Is it something with this orange thing? Right, because what could this could either still be yellow or green, but nothing else. That is somewhat restricted. Let's see. Is there something we can do with this with this information? Uh, no, I don't. I'm if it is, I'm not seeing it. If this cell's red, this one could still also be red. Um, let's continue looking. This number and this number are the same. Maybe that is it. This and this number are the same, and these numbers are the same. So this could never be orange. That is something, because then it does mean that this is either yellow. It couldn't be yellow. Okay, it couldn't be yellow. So it's purple. Um, okay, I'm happy I found something. Let's now bring it out in words. If it's orange, right? That means that the shape of orange is at least this, and that means that these two numbers would be the same number and that it would have the same number in the same region. So that's not possible. This is not orange. If this were to be yellow, oh, it could be blue. It could be blue. Couldn't it? No, it couldn't. It couldn't for the same reason it cannot be yellow. Um, if it's yellow, then I don't know, this, and then either with this or with this would have to be yellow, but then these would never be able to be a color. So that is not true. Because I just want to also must be in a region, yeah. Okay. And the same goes when it's blue, right? It would lock off these two. So this would have to be purple since it cannot be orange. So that would make this purple. Making a border here, making a border here. And then we have another orange. Wow. Okay, so we have something. Oh well, then isn't the same true for this, that this couldn't be yellow, because if it would be yellow, it would go like this. No, it could, because and these could be yellow, and then these could all be blue. So this can be yellow. Okay. Is there something else that works like that? Because this can be, it cannot be yellow. It could be orange or red. No, it couldn't be red. Oh, this can only be orange, no? Yeah, okay. Yeah, this can only be orange. Because if it would be yellow, yellow would move like this, and it would contain two sevens. If it would be, it couldn't be red because red can extend to a maximum of here, and it's not green because green is like that, and the other ones are all too far. So that's orange. So these are also orange. So we can draw a bit more, like this. Okay, tough cookie. Um, yeah. So what now? Um, this couldn't be red because red can extend to a maximum of here, so that's green. That feel like these are things I could have seen before, but that's okay. So where does, it's not Sudoku yet, I don't think. I think I need to do more deconstruction. Deconstruction. Um, let's see. So I did this. This could be red. This could be yellow or green. This could be yellow or purple. This could be blue. That could be blue. Um, so what are we looking at now? What what exactly? I feel like these German whisper lines must do something because they still cannot contain a repeated digit. So it's seven numbers, two, four, like either four high ones and three low ones, or the other way around. The only one with a lot of restrictions is this, and that is not a German whisper cell. Let's see, this and this digit are the same. No, I feel like if it's going to be, ooh, this digit has to be the same, and it would be some of the shorter lines. So that would either be those two, those two, those two. Well, okay. Whatever that is in green, it appears up here or down here. And this has to be a set of the digits 1 to 9. So this, either one of these is 3. Where do these go? These go in either one of those two. Or that's just a 3. Oh, it goes in. Wait. Okay, so this cannot be a 3 because then that would be a 3. And this would be that one. Oh, that's almost. That's almost something. Okay. No, that's too bad. Um that's too bad. I was hoping that this couldn't be a 3, but that can be a 3. Okay. Then we move on and find something else. Uh what? But what? Um it's tough. It's tough knowing where things can be placed. These cannot be 9s. Like I'm looking if maybe you can rule out every cell in a box, but I think only this one is primarily filled with those lines with palindromes. Like this one and this one have to be the same. But the only thing you know is they cannot be 3 or 4 or 9. And that's not very significant. So I thought this one because you have a whole row. Right? So what can this be? I'm just gonna pencil mark it and we're gonna see. We know it can be 3 and then that having to be a 3. We figured that out. But then that is true. That could be a 3. Okay, so it cannot be 1. It could be 2. It could be 3. It couldn't be 4 because then we would place 2 nines on either side. It couldn't be 6 because that would place 2 ones. It can be 7. It cannot be 8. And I think it could be 9. 9 would place a 9 there and a 9 there. But I don't see a problem with that. 7 would place a 7 there and a 7 there. I don't see a problem with that. Yeah. No, okay. So this couldn't be 7 because then this would be a 1-2 pair. And then either this would be 2, making that a 1, which is not possible, or that's a 1 and that's a 2. And you could say, okay, yellow could pick it up, but it can't because it would have to pick up the 7, but the green. Yeah, okay, so either green picks up the 7 or yellow picks up the 7, but whatever does, it leaves this blank. So that's gonna be a 7. So that's a. It feels more restricted, but is it? So we said either a 2 here and a 2 there, or a 3 here and a 3 there. Or, yeah, other extreme is a 9 there and a 9 there. Why why don't you work? Please give me a reason. Um No, I don't think there is. Um no, I don't think there is a reason. Could those ever be could this ever be yellow? It could, but it would be tough. It would force everything, I think, except this red cage. Okay, but that if doesn't really work. Um, this is still the most restricted line. I recognize the fact I'm already doing this for half an hour. Oh, also, something very unrelated to the puzzle, but I got a very nice comment, and I just wanted to bring it up because it truly it made my day. Um, yeah, no, thank you very much. I didn't I didn't really know how to respond, but thank you. Um, yeah, thank you. Those types of things, you know. Um, I'm enjoying a hobby and sharing it with people, and then people enjoy that I'm sharing it with them. It just, you know, it it increases the happiness in the world. I don't know, so something like that. No, but thank you sincerely. I don't know how other to say it than that way. And yeah, but yeah, thank you. Um, and then we continue with the puzzle. Um, because I still don't know what I am supposed to do now. So we had the case where this is a 3 or this is a 3, and then that could be a 2 as well. If that's a 3, that could still be a 2. Yeah. Something else then? If that's okay, so if this is a 3, then this is an 8, 9 on either side. Is that possible? Sure. That couldn't be a 9, so that would be an 8, and that would be a 9. Placing a 9 there and an 8 there. Why don't you want to work? Oh, because then that's an. Oh, okay. So that couldn't be 3. Oh, that fixes the 3 as well. Okay, so if that's 3, what could this be? This couldn't be 9 because there's a 3 already in the ninth place, and in the eighth place it would be on a palindrome, placing another 8 there, which doesn't work. So that couldn't be in 3. So that's a 2 or a 9. But that does mean that this cannot be. It can still be a 3. It just doesn't mean that it's being indexed. I'm happy I caught that. I could have messed that up, but still, if that's a 2, then that's a 7, 8, or a 9. So that could be a 7. If that's a 2, that's a 7. So what is that then? Not a 7. It could be an 8 or a 9. 9 will go there and there, which is fine. Sadly, okay. Um, yeah, that does work. And with a 9, you have plenty of options. Just not a 1. Well, yeah, you can have a 1 here. You can have a 1 here and then yellow. Oh no, you couldn't have a 1 there. Could this ever be cell? Could this ever be something? No. Like, same for these, but this one as well. This one couldn't be anything ever. I'm gonna color those black because they don't they don't they to stop me thinking about those cells. Um and, it kind of fits in with the border. Um let's see. If that's blue. This could never be blue. If that is blue, nothing would ever reach this. So that couldn't be blue, could it? That couldn't be blue either, but that could also not be purple. Is that true? What color can this be? It cannot be purple. It cannot be blue. Because if it's blue, blue would be shaped like this, and then nothing would ever touch that. It couldn't be red, because then red would go like this, and nothing would ever touch that, and it cannot be orange. So this is nothing. That is significant for red, right? Right? Because now this has to be red. I think this has to be red in either way. I didn't need that for this. Because it cannot be blue, it cannot be orange, so this has to be red. So that's red, that's red. But then we're not sure if this is red or that this is red. Or, God forbid, this is red. Um, I don't know if I used that saying correctly, but whatever. We roll with it. But this is never a color. So blue either grabs this or it just doesn't. It doesn't, it completely doesn't. Okay. So this is either 2 or that's a 1. Could this now ever be, it could be blue, I assume. Yeah, it could. Would be very specific, but it could. And then this could be orange. And then yellow and green could figure out their own thing. But this could still also be just be 2 and that'd be purple and that'd be blue. Well, okay, so if this is 2, right, and this is 1, and then blue would move like this. If this is 1, then blue would move like this. So this is, anyhow, this is blue. And it's like in both of those scenarios. So that's blue. So that means that this is a border, and that does mean that this is red. So these are red. That means that this is orange, and that draws a line here. Oh, we finish orange and red. Oh, okay. So spontaneously we have regions. Um, maybe that does help us somehow, but I'm still not sure. Let's see. Let's see where am I continuing? So, oh yeah. So that's true. Either this one was blue and it was 1, or it's 2, but then this one would be 1, and then that's like this. Okay. But so, oh no, this could still be purple, and then that'd be 2, and that'd be 1. Yeah. Um. Now these all aren't able to become no. It could, yellow could go like this if green takes those 3. Yeah. Okay. Um. So blue, what do you do? Blue could move like this, so it doesn't even have to take any of those cells, or it could be just be this corner, which that would surprise me, but it's possible, I guess. Um, do I have any more now than I did a few minutes ago? If that's 2, then that's 7, not 7, then that's 8 or 9. Okay, I'm gonna note that down, and that's 8 or 9. So that's either that's a 9 and that's a 9, or that's an 8. And I don't see why that couldn't be an 8. Because then we would have the scenario where this is purple, that's 2, and that's an 8. That's fine. Um, or this is a 9, in which case that cannot be a 1, but it could be a 2 or 3. Well, that's limited options, I guess. And if it's 3, that's a 3, then that's a 3. But that is fine, right? Yeah, that's fine. And if it's 2, there's still not even a problem. Okay. But that does limit some things, I guess. Let's look at this as well. If it's 2, then this is a lot of things. Well, no, we determined it cannot be 9. It couldn't be 8. It could be 7. So that could be, oh, not that one. This could be 7. But that's if that's 2. And this would be 1, and then that would be red. Yeah, that's possible. And that's 2, and that's 1, and then blue could move like that, and yellow could move like this, and that could move down, and then blue could take those. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. But still somewhat restricted. If it's 9, that couldn't be 1. It could be 2, right? And then that would be 2 as well. There's not a problem with that. That couldn't be 3. So 3 is not possible. It could be 4. Okay, it could be 4. But that's still restricted, I guess. And no, if that's 4, then both of these would have to be 9, so that's not 4. Okay. So we have a 2 or a 7. So either that's a 2 and that's a 2, or that's a 7. That's a 7, end of sentence. Yeah. Okay. If that's 7 and that's 2 and that's 1. Oh, but I looked at that already. Tough though. Okay. And if that's 2, that and this is 7 or 8. If that's 2, that's 9. So then that's 7 or 8. That's what I said. If that's 2, then that's 7 or 8. That would mean that that's an 8 or that's a 7. But which both of those seem fine to me. Okay. More chaos construction then, because I feel like I exhausted this whisper for what it is. But one of those has to be 2. So one of those has to be 2. Right? Because if that's a 2, that's a 7. If that's a 7, that's a 2. Wait, what was this again? If that's 7, then this is 1. If that's 2, then this is 7 or 8. Okay, just to be, you know, full, complete. And either of these is 2. Because if that's 2, that's 7. If that's 7, that's 2. So that could never be a 2. So either of those is 2, and either of those is 2. Oh, the wrong pencil mark. Yeah, that is something. That means that cannot be a 2, but yeah. Um, I don't feel like that's too significant. Um, oh, well, okay, so one thing I just noticed, which is just a general thing, I guess. These columns will always be 9 cells, but the other ones don't have to be. Okay. Because they cross the dots, and the dots always have a segment of 3 which moves around them. Um, Interesting. So that does mean, but this 3 doesn't have to be blue, right? So it doesn't mean that this blue segment cannot contain a 3. Hmm. So then either this and this is 9. Wait, no, this and this is 9, or that's a 7. It's tough for that to be a 7, but not impossible. That's a 7. Okay. Um, let's just not hammer on that too much. Just think about something else, because I don't feel like this whisper is going to be easy to think about, because we don't have as much restriction as we do here. Has anything changed? That can be a 3 still, that can be a 3 still, yeah. And then that can be a 9, that can be a 9, and that can be an 8. Yeah. If that's an 8, this is purple. It's also sort of difficult for that to be purple, because then this would have to be the yellow one, and this would have to be the blue one. In fact, no, this could be still be yellow, and that could be purple. Um, it doesn't have to be that way. Let's think. Let's think some more. Um, this yellow could have still have so much movement. Except I cannot do this, because that will block out that one. So the minimum it could move is here. So let's think about it. How does that affect it? Could it ever? I feel like it has to take this. No, it doesn't have to take that cell. I feel doesn't it have to restrict it somehow that it cannot take that square? But I don't think it has to, because right, this one, I'm gonna choose a few different colors here. This one, and this one. The only cell they all overlap in is this one. Red, greeny, red, orange, and blue. Yeah, yeah. This is the only one that's red, orange, and blue. Okay, tough, tough cookie. Um, sorry, I don't know where I got that, but it's in my head now, so it's going to stay there. And this has to be in a region, but it could be red. And if that is red, that has to be blue. Okay, let's draw that out. If that then that has to be blue, that has to be yellow, that has to be blue. Yeah, but that could be purple, and then that we already worked all of this. Um, and this is green, and yellow still has its free movement around town. Um, only thing we really realized is that one of these is 2. The other low digit is either this 3 or this 1, in which the 1 is the tougher one, I guess, but still not impossible. The only reason that this blue trick worked is because this was restricted, but that's not the case here. There has to be more that I am not seeing. Um, obviously. Um, 9, 9, 8. I'm still hammering on that 3 that's either here or here, but I don't think that is in any way significant. If the 3 is here, it's there, it would block out a lot of cells. It would force a 3 as well there as well. It would force a 3 there. That 3 would be strong, but I just cannot. I cannot, because this could be a 3. Then 3 would have to go here, here, or there, or there. Yeah, too bad. Um, oh my, sorry. I think I should have realized this earlier. Where's the 4 in purple? If this is purple, then it cannot contain a 4. Wow. Okay. Okay. I'm very, very slow. Apparently, no. I think that's just a more difficult deduction, but maybe that's coping as well. Now I said that this would have to be blue. That doesn't disambiguate the 1 and the 2. Um, it's fine. It's fine. We continue where we left off with the puzzle. Um, but that does make that black, so that's not an 8. 3 or 9 as well. So either of these is 9. So either of these is 9. So either of these is 9. I'm going to pencil mark that. Even though it's across borders here, but I think that's significant for this green. No, it's not yet. Okay. I'm just going to try and remember that. Okay. But now, this doesn't have to necessarily be yellow, right? Yeah. And these 3 cells will be these 3 cells, and that would mean that would be a 1 in it. Oh, that's not true. Okay. No, it would just mean these 3 cells make another set. Yeah. These 2 cells will be the same as these 2 cells. But that's true either way if that's not. Okay. But that is, however, that is progress. Progress just is. Either one of those is 3. Oh, okay. So I think I could have seen this before as well because I had orange before. No, but that could be 3. Oh, no, never mind. I didn't. Um, well, somewhat. These cannot be 3, so one of these 4 is 3, but if one of these is 3, one of these is 3, which it cannot be. So one of these is 3. Yeah. Sure. That could still be 3. Um, yeah, that could still be 3. And that could be 3, and then that's 3. Um, 7 or 8. 9, and that's 8. That could be the 8. One of those is 8. Cannot be this one, so one of these is 8, but that's not very significant. Yeah, that's not significant enough for me to pencil mark. One of those is 7. If this is a high digit, it can only be, well, no, it can be 6, because it cannot be 9, it cannot be 8, it cannot be 7, it could be 6, and then that would be 6. So this could be 6. So that's either 6 or it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Um, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, it is in yellow. But it could be 6, I guess. Yeah. Hmm. That's 9. That's 9. So if this is 9 and those two are 9, and if that's 9 and those two are 9, it's going to be hard to place 9 in green then, because, right, let's say this 9 isn't in green. Let's say this is whatever green is. Then either of those is 9, then that cannot be 9 because then that would be 9. So that couldn't be 9, so then that's 9. Or green contains this. And then in which case, whatever, right? um if green moves up, then that's 9. I was sort of hoping that that would be a problem somewhere, but I don't think it is. If that's 9, then that's 9. Then these couldn't be 9, and this couldn't be 9. This and this couldn't be 9, and this couldn't be 9, and this couldn't be 9. So if those are 9, there is no way to place 9 in this region. Wow. Okay, so those are 9. So the one that's 9 is this one. That's a 3. That's a 2. And that's a 7 or an 8. Remove that one. Remove that one because I found those pencil marks ugly anyway. And now I said that if green moves up, then that's 9. Or it moves down and takes this 9. But that's sort of irrelevant now. But that's either 8 or that's a blue 7. There's no real good way to pencil mark that, is there? But I can place this 2 and that 3. And that places that 2 and that 3. So let's remove pencil marks. And we said that, oh no, that's not the case. Then that's 3. So what now? That's not 3, then that's not 3. Yeah, one of those is 3, but whatever, right? We have a lot play. I guess this is box 5 in a sort of weird way. Let's see. I have a lot in this row. I was hoping I could place the 7 because those two couldn't be 7. And if these two couldn't be 7 either, then green would have to move up, but it doesn't work like that, sadly. Well, now, okay, so these couldn't be 2, this couldn't be 2, this could not be a 2 because then that would have to be a 2. So the only place we can place 2 in the row is here. If that's a 2, then that's a 2, but that's possible. Okay. We that is all like everything combined, that is very significant progress, I think. If green moves down, where are we going to place the 3? It's either here or here. But that's here nor there. I don't know. I don't really know how that saying goes. Could this be a small number, right? Because then you would have 1 and 4, and that would be a 9. No, because you cannot have a 9. So you cannot have a 4 in either one of those. So if this is okay, if this is a small number, that's also a small number. And then you have the two small numbers 1 and 4 left over because these couldn't repeat. And that would place a 9 in the middle here, placing a 9 there, which is not possible. So that's a 6. That means that's a 1. That means that that's a 1, and then that does mean it is yellow. Like this. And then the 6 goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just double checking everything. After the 8, that's there. Interesting. Okay. And then what is this? Not 6, it's 7 or 8. That's 9, that's 8, that it has to be 7. And that's a 7. And that places the 8 there, which places the 8 there. Which, I don't know, sadly, I was hoping that would be a 7 because then it would be automatically part of the blue region. But we're still not done with that, and we're already an hour in. So yellow could move down, it could move up, but that's not determined yet. Right. That is difficult. So what now? I feel like we did most of the... Oh, Sudoku. That's not 9, that's not 9, that's not 9, so that's a 9. So if yellow wants to contain a 9, it's either like this. Yeah, right. How could yellow contain a 9? No, okay, so it could be like this. Or even like this. And then the 9 would be here. So the 9 is either here or here. But that doesn't say anything yet. Because it could be like this, because... Yeah. What else? 3? Okay, so 3 is up here. And we have the number 1. Either 1 goes here and then the 3 goes pushes it there, or the 2 goes there, pushes the 3 there. So this is a 1, 1, 2, or 3, so not a 7. Making that a 7. Right. Right. Where does yellow get its 7? It's not in any of these. It's not in any of these. It's not in any of these. And it's not in any of these. So either one of these is 7. Fair. Could we do the same with 9s? Not yet. Where does green get its 9? If it goes up here, it cannot, because so it comes from down here, pushing red down, making green finished region. Putting a 3 either there or there. Okay. Wait, that cannot be true, can it? I feel like I've made a mistake. Oh, I did. Ooh, I almost made a mistake. Because, okay, I was thinking, where do these numbers belong to? And obviously they have to be green. I feel kind of stupid that I missed something so late, but we going to ignore that now. And this has to be red, making this forcibly blue. Making that a 2 and that a 1. So why is that the case? Because I looked at it and said, oh, there can be a 9 up here, but there could still be a 9 down here. And I forgot to recognize that fact. So I thought it would have to get its 9 from down there, but it doesn't. And I could have just seen that these numbers would have to be in a region, but that's fine. It is what it is now. I'm missing 1, 4, and 5. Yeah. So that cannot be a 1, so that can be a 1. So that's 4 or 5. I don't have many. Well, I have some 4s, but no 5s. I don't think. Um, what am I? What should I look at? In fact, well, okay. So these now couldn't be blue, so they have to be yellow. So like this. Then I had the thing where I got the 9. It gets it either from here or here, but we're not sure yet which one. I did not all of the whispers, but I don't think I can do the last one yet. No. What numbers? So it has to be something with general Sudoku. Well, not general Sudoku, deconstruction Sudoku. Let's see. Well, blue gets its 7 from one of those. One of those. Oh, one of those is 7. Not too sure. That cannot be a 1 because and because if that's a 1, then neither of these could be 1 and this wouldn't be true. So that cannot be a 1. So 1 is in one of those. That means that cannot be a 1, that cannot be a 1 because of this one, so that's a 1. There is a way to do it. Where does this column get its 3? It has to get it from down here. So that has to be yellow. Is that a true? Yeah, that is true. Okay, so that's blue, and we have red. So we have all the box. I'm gonna finish coloring now, and then finish Sudoku. I also I oh no, I don't have that one yet. Um, Also, I recognize the fact that this video is very, very long, and if anyone is here watching this, thank you. thank you for trusting me with your time and attention. Um, Apparently, people enjoy and watch the videos as I've heard now, which does it brings me a smile, which I think, yeah, thank you. Um, let's see, what else, I always struggle with this end of Sudoku. Um, these couldn't be six, that couldn't be six because that will be six. So one of these is six. That means that if that's a six, but that's fine, I think. Yeah. Mm, uh, oh, I talked about it that one of those is nine. One of these is nine. We do need to end up with like nine of every number, right? Within the grid. Two, four, six. We need a nine in yellow. Not there, not there. But these could all be nine. Okay. Sorry, we're not sure which way. Well, okay. No, no, that isn't the case. Not sure. Um, okay. And we continue. Um, we figure it out somewhere else. Uh, two isn't one of those, but that's whatever. Um, this I have a lot of cells in this. What am I missing? Four, five, obviously. Uh, four couldn't go in either one of these, right? If that's four, and that's four. It's not possible. If that's four, that's four. Okay, so in this row where does four go? It can only go there. That means that that's a four. That means that that is a four. It would be so sad if I made a mistake now. Um, no, honestly, one of those is four. Oh, that can be a four. It's hard to scan. Damn, it's very hard to scan. Um, that can be four. Well, okay, so in this column, where does four go? It kind of go there, so it goes with the three and the seven. So that's a 3 7 4 triple. Those both of those not being able to be four, so that's just a four. What am I missing? One, two, three, four. That's a five. Then what am I missing here? Let's just put it down. One, two, three, four, five, and then six. So that's not six, or I noted down that one of these is two. But why is that the case? If that's two, that's two. Okay, so that's why it cannot be two. Okay, um, just double checking everything, which I know you should just put down pencil marks that you trust, and then not think about them again. But sure, uh, sure. I don't think I'm at that stage of trusting myself with the you know. I feel like I still tend to make mistakes, which one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, which is eh, I know it's a bad thing, but in some cases, uh, it does. Talking about them in the way that I do in this video just helps me understand them more. Makes me recognize them faster than when I do them myself. What am I missing? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Oh, nine, obviously. Um, so five and nine. What am I missing here? One, two, three, four, five, six, and two and seven. Is that resolved somehow? These two are the same, so that's a two or a seven. That makes that a 2 7 pair, which Oh, that's a 1. That's just a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 6. Um, that makes that a 6. What am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. That's a 5 as well because of the palindrome. This one doesn't matter on a palindrome. Um, this one fixes the 5 and the 1. Oh, that fixes this, so that makes that a 2, that a 1, that a 3. What am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 8. Oh, that's not an 8, so that's a 6. That's an 8. That's a 2. If I find out that I made a mistake now, I'm going to be very, very, very sad for for the evening. Um, let's see. What am I missing here? 1, 2. Oh, so let's just finish it up. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. 2, 4, 5. That's 2 and a 4, so that's a 5. That's a 2, so that's a 2, and that's a 4. Finished all the 4s apparently. Um, um, cool. Now I feel like I'm stuck. Am I? So 1 doesn't go in yellow here, so it goes there. 1, 1. That's a 1. That's all the 1s. Let's continue on that type of streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm missing 7 and 8. That cannot be 7 or 8. So this is 7 and 8, and that's yellow. And then means that's a 7, and that's an 8, and then that's yellow. Yellow, and those are black, and I'm going to draw the border because I want to. Um, oh, are you serious? What am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 3? Yeah, it is 3, 4, 5, and then 6 and 9. Really? Really? 6 and 9, okay. Um, so who else is not done yet? Um, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, okay, so in this column 9, this is the only place 9 can go. That's why. That's why I was surprised it wasn't finished yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, and 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah. This 3 fixes that 7, that 3, that 5, that 3. Then that's not 7. That is not 8. Minor things are fine as well, as long as I keep rolling on. Um, keep 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 it moving on. Um, why am I not seeing this? There's just that's not 6, but that that doesn't fix this. Sorry for moving my desk. 8 8 goes in with the 9 as well, so that's an 8-9 pair. So where does either of these is 8, either of these is 8. So that's an 8. But it doesn't fix anything. That's a 2 or a 7. That's a 2. That's a 7. That's a 7. That's a 2. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I, I, this puzzle, man. It keeps you going. 6, 8, and 9 in this row. Yeah, and 8 or 9. So that's a 6. That's an 8. That's a 9. That's a 7. That's a 6. Oh, seeing those numbers one by one disappear just mm, it's 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours on a puzzle. 5, 9, 5, and a 2. Thank you so much if you watched all of this. That was a wonderful puzzle. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Yeah, thank you.